All right, what's up, you guys? Here we go. Today is Wednesday, the 31st of May. This is Janos with Trading Spies. And we had another green day, but it was really frustrating for me because the way it seems, even if we have the direction, the algos pinning the market to a very, very tight range. And then from that tight range is just a sudden burst up or down on a very, very high volume candles, one or two candles, to pushing the market to a next level, and then basically everything starts all over again, pinned to a tight range, and then from there, again, either next level up or down, high volume candles. It's just difficult to trade this market. That's why we have to really know what we're doing, have to be careful, or stop losses be in place, and just trade the market as it comes, right? With indicators, this type of market, very, very difficult to trade because one, the indicators are lagging. And if we're trading in the tight range, the calculation usually is putting the indicators far behind. So when the market moves, let's say from we're trading in the channel, and if we're moving down from the upper range of the channel, by the time the indicator give you the signal, maybe we already on the bottom of the channel, right? So it's very, very difficult. We have to know trend lines, we have to know the market structure, price actions, support and resistance level. These are the most important elements, I think, for the market. And again, today another green day. We traded 7 times, 7 green. We didn't have a losing trade, but the second half of my tradings I had to mitigate with the half a normal size, because of the choppiness of the market. Still, we made almost 3 times of our daily goal. Very, very nice day. So let's get in and let me break down the trades. And if you guys like the contents of my channel, please hit the subscribe button, like the videos, and also turn your notification on, because all these are helping the algorithm to put front of other inspired traders. And I think the content of my channel is very, very helpful. I try to make it in a way as you guys understand the reasoning behind my entries, my exits, and I just try to go over the best I can. Again, subscribe, hit the like button, and turn your notification on. Thank you very much. All right, so let's just break down our trades. It's a few minutes left of the market, about another 10 minutes. And exactly that's what it is, right? We came out of the choppiness, 2 candles, and the market shoot to the next level, right? Exactly as we talk about, breaking down, 2 candles, breaking down, 2 candles. And this was a very, very nice move from the morning breakdown, but it's really, if you trade the market right, is not helpful, right? Because these moves gives you absolutely no way to enter unless you entered in the breakdowns or one pullback. That's all it gives you, right? Because from this level all the way to the bottom, unless you give into FOMO, is no reasonable entry to get in, and absolutely no way to place your stop loss. So let's just break down the trades as we did today. A 31st, first entry 946, and this, it's a beautiful trade. 946, 45, 46. So basically we had our previous pivot level from the previous day as the 419 level. Also we had the previous day low, and then basically as it got rejected, the first candle breaking down, that's where we placed our entry, and the exit is where it's hit our next level. And as you guys can see, I had to stop the recording. I had to go get my daughter, and in the meantime the market closed, so I just gonna continue from here. All right, so our second entry 6, as it was breaking down the level, it did hold our level, so it was no breakdown, and as it whipsawed down at the 10 o'clock candle, we exited. So this was the last chance to enter. Actually, we had a pullback, and basically this was a realistically the last reasonable entry before the big drop. So my next entry was a 1059. So purposely I was waiting for this chop fest to end. So basically, as we were running up, we broke our trend line and we started to make the new low on the candle. And as unfortunately as it usually gets, the moment I enter, the market is just shooting up, regardless if it's the right spot or not. But in this case, we never reached our exit target. So as we were continuing down, exited at 11:05, which is a perfect little trade. So this was our third trade. Next, 12:50, and as we can see right now over here, we entered for a long standing. So from this point on, from 1020, we can consider this level because these are the rejection till 123, 3 hours of basically chop fast, moving nowhere. My next entry, 1250, as we were rejecting the breakout, I entered right off the second candle, making the low, breaking our original middle of the high, right? So basically this was only a 2-minute trade. Entered, we break our trend line, whipsaw down, exited. Beautiful trade. These little trade give about 25%. The next one, 155, and this over here, I tried to go long for the breakout. It didn't break, so as soon as we just whipsawed above it, I exited. This basically it's a scratch. It still had a little bit win on it, but it's insignificant. So it's about a 2% win. Next, and our last, it was our last, no, one before the last is the entry was 09. Again, to the long side, give a chance to go up. 09 as we were breaking the high, and exited as it moved up higher. 11, 2 minutes. Actually, the exit was right on the VIPSO top, and then we curled up a little, but this curving was without me. And the very last one, and this was a beautiful trade, this was a put, entered at 23. This one I had to hold it for a little bit, and because of the rejection I was hoping as a breakdown, because overall the market was going down, and this one was our previous day low. So even we rejected once, and as we came back, basically it's become a double top. And in this case I was hoping to go down and create a lower high, right? Because we double top, pulling back, lower high. Actually, it's exactly that's what happened. Right now we know, but when I entered, this was our hope it will happen. So the entry was at 23 to 23. So let's just zoom it in exactly which candle is. The candle, right, what is whipsawed below my level. We already break our trend line, and as the candle was breaking down, as you guys usually know, that's how I entered. I entered into that. It still find a support level. The resistance became support a few times, whipsawed below, and I think once is already break below, the second time as it comes down, it's gonna continue down. In this case, it didn't happen, but my next and last exit, 252, is exactly as we started to come back up. It wasn't on the top, but as soon as it started to print green, I exited. So the exit was on 52 on the green candle. The break exactly happened as I was hoping for, and almost we can say I was hoping for a big resolution like this. And just because it was so choppy, if you guys watched it minute by minute, it was extremely choppy. Every candle has top, bottom, wicks, so it's no direction. It never reached our exit criteria, right? We never reached the height of this candle. This was the closest, but again, if we go above it, we have to close above it. So the actual wick, it does not matter on the perspective of closing or exiting out of the trade. So we never reached it, so continue as it whipsawed down, exited, and this was a perfect trade and give us about actually 1 cent shy for the 100%. I entered the 418 puts. 418 puts at 35 cents per contract. I had 10 contract, so 49 cents, 35 cents for 10 contracts, 418 puts, and on the bottom I exited 69. So basically the 10 contract in this case gave $340, which was a perfect trade. And as we reached basically our trend line coming up, we didn't reach, but we had our support as we were approaching to the trend line. We were approaching to VWAP, so we could think that would provide some support, and as soon as it's printed a green candle, I exited. From there we started to gain momentum back, and we reached the pivot level, what we rejected very hard in the morning. And exactly that's what happened. What a hard rejection. From 419, we can count this one, from 419 to 417.50. It's a big rejection. So someone who was hoping it's gonna be a runaway train and it didn't place a stop loss, and especially on end of the day, this basically, this one candle, it's disseminated the contract premiums 100%. And as we went down is so basically whatever you entered over here, 419, 418, if you entered for the long as you was hoping for the continuation of the breakout and you didn't know the pivot level and the previous hard rejection here, basically was no, even if you entered for the breakout, this should have been your profit taking spot. So that's why you guys need to know always the structure, what happened during the day, before the day, where is gonna be any pivot level, where is gonna be any support or resistance level. So in the 2 days market, it's very important to continue your studies and continue put time onto the market. Not necessarily I agree with the point is, oh, you make 2 trades and then you just leave, right? It's definitely, it's need a high level of commitment not to trade. It's very difficult, but that's the only way how you can put time, useful time on the market. Even if you don't trade, just watch to see how the candle forms and what would be the projection, what you think of will happen, right? And that's why we need our stop losses. We can have our ideals, we can take the trade based on our ideas, but if it doesn't work out, that's why we need to have our stop losses in place. So let's leave it with that. Again, right in when I started my video, I had to stop because I had to go pick up my daughter. So now we know exactly how the end of the day unfolded. And again, see you guys tomorrow with a new video.